Now at 6, we are tracking the possibility of some thunderstorms, especially in our southern counties. I'll break that down for you.
Plus, the search is underway for the person who led Newton County deputies on a chase, causing a crash before bailing into the woods. And culinary competition in Pittsburgh today, the winner of the annual cook-off and more ahead.
The 4 states' most watched news starts now.
We're looking at the possibility of severe weather for parts of the 4 states. Let's go straight to Chief Meteorologist Doug Heddy.
Yeah, we're kind of in a race of what's going to happen first. Are we going to get thunderstorms that blow up, or is our cold front going to work through? Because once the cold front works through, we don't have to worry about anything too strong or severe. We have one cluster over towards Springfield and Branson that has worked through, and then you can see showers trying to pop back up. So we're trying to get another cluster of storms going. Newton County, and then over to Berry County, McDonald County, down into Benton County. And then as we go a little bit farther toward the west, you see this little line right here. That's our cold front. So we need to watch for thunderstorm development in northeastern Oklahoma over the next few hours, because that's the area that has the greatest potential to get some strong to severe storms. Now, if you live north of I-44, I don't think you have much to worry about with severe weather as we go through the evening into the overnight hours. All right, let's go through time. You can see the little thunderstorms trying to get going northeastern Oklahoma, along and south of I-44. But after about 10 or 11 o'clock, the front's going to be in our far southern counties. So again, we don't have much in the way of worrying about severe weather past that point in time. We are going to have some rain chances on Easter as well. We're going to look at all that here in just a bit.
Catch in a few. Hey, when severe weather strikes, you're going to want to stay informed, and you can do that right now by scanning this QR code. It'll take you to the KOIM News Now YouTube page, where our weather team will live stream during severe weather events to give you updated information. And while you're there, be sure to subscribe and ring the bell for notifications. A developing story tonight. A chase in Joplin this afternoon led to a crash of a Newton County Sheriff's Patrol car and a Coca-Cola vehicle at the intersection of 20th and Schifferdecker in Joplin. Authorities say law officers were chasing a Jeep that had been stolen out of Jasper County when that crash occurred. 3 people were taken to the hospital. The deputy in the patrol car checked out okay. The Jeep continued north several miles before the driver got out and ran in the area of an off-road park. Law officers are still looking for that person. We do have a crew on the scene. Stay in touch to the KOIMNewsNow.com website and our Facebook page for any updates. A woman is now facing charges in a deadly Miami hit and run that happened back in February. The Miami police named Mindy McBrien as the suspect in the case. On February 5th, officers were called to Seth Owens Boulevard in Miami. There they found 58-year-old Quang Shin Yi. He was taken to the hospital where he later died. Now McBrien is charged with second-degree manslaughter and leaving the scene of an accident with fatality. A Rolla, Missouri man is killed after he's hit by a semi. According to the Missouri Highway Patrol, Randy Hance was beside a parked semi on a private drive off Chapel Drive in Monette, Missouri. Around 7:30 this morning, another semi hit the parked trailer, then struck Hance. He died at the scene. The iconic I Am Joplin mural in downtown has been taken down, but what will happen with it next is still up in the air. KOIM's Chris Warner tells us how the original plans upset some Joplin residents and why the Downtown Joplin Alliance has made a change for the mural's future.
I Am Joplin is a photo mural put up at 6th and Main in downtown by Art Feeds back in 2013. Funding came from a $500 grant and around $3,000 in community donations. It featured photos of residents holding signs saying "I am" and the phrase that best described them. On Thursday, the Downtown Joplin Alliance announced the mural was coming down and would be auctioned off. Some residents took to Facebook following the announcement, expressing concerns about auctioning off the 52 individual panels. One resident expressed concerns about a photo of her daughter being auctioned off to a stranger. Others had concerns about breaking up the mural, including Joplin resident Joshua Bard.
What they do with it is what's the most important, I think. You know, it's an icon of the iconic figure in Joplin. It popped up after the tornado, and I think that as a community, it's one of those things that we expect to see now. It's something that's been there so long that it's important to our community.
The Downtown Joplin Alliance early Friday morning announced they were putting the auction on hold and that the panels would be put in storage for now. We reached out to Lori Hahn with the DJA. She provided us a statement saying that community response didn't really influence this change. Hahn says they decided there might be other options and the Alliance wanted to take some time. She added, quote, "We know this is a meaningful piece for the community and want to make sure we don't act in haste." As for that future, Bard says one thing is clear.
They need to stay together. 52 panels, I think the intentions were pure, but keeping them all together is the most important part of it, I think.
In Joplin, Chris Warner, KOAM News.
The Downtown Joplin Alliance says the owner of the building the mural was on is preparing the space to feature rotating displays of local artists' work. Weather interfered with a walk to bring awareness to child abuse in Joplin. Residents today gathered for the Go Blue Wellness Walk at Mercy Park. Children's Center of Southwest Missouri hosted the walk. Research shows that 1 in 10 children will be the victim of sexual abuse before their 18th birthday. Officials with the center discuss how someone could be a safe adult to help protect children from becoming victims.
We are just creating awareness in our area for child abuse and child abuse prevention. It's something that occurs in every community, and we're just here to get some, people together to walk and create awareness in our community.
If you know of a child who's being abused, you can call the Child Abuse Hotline, and you can find that information on our website again, koamnewsnow.com. Springfield Hospital is paying tribute to the lives lost within its walls to COVID-19 and the toll that took on its employees. Joe Hickman spoke to some of the hospital staff.
Every one of the yellow hearts that you see here represents 711 lives lost here at Mercy Springfield Hospital during this pandemic.
The COVID memorial in the lobby of Mercy Hospital is nothing ostentatious, just simple hearts on the windows that some people passing through might not even notice. But to a staff that works so hard to try and keep those 711 COVID patients alive, when they look at these hearts,
I do see faces, I see names, I see exact moments.
Each heart has a name and each heart has a story.
And the stories behind those hearts are heartbreaking to the close-knit staff who are the only ones allowed to be with the quarantined COVID patients while their families were kept away.
This experience is about as close as I've seen to being in the combat environment since I left the military. Just the scars we all collected along the way.
One of the biggest scars would be you see those family members not being able to be there with their loved ones as they pass, and that's the worst.
But I will say that no patient ever passed away alone. Each nurse was steady by each patient and held their hand as they had passed away. Even though the family was not there, we tried to make us family to that patient.
I remember one patient specifically who held my hand before she got intubated and just said, "Please don't let me die." And that's something that I've taken with me from every day, and it's hard to deal with.
Another thing that made it hard to deal with was the nature of COVID, a disease that literally takes your breath away, stealing your air until you end up on a ventilator that has to breathe for you.
You could watch those patients slowly give up because they just could not handle it anymore.
There were those days that I wondered if I was ever going to make it through, and you go home and you sit and you cry. One of the big things that encouraged me to come to work each day was how the community supported us.
Wow. Hospital staff say when restaurants were closed, they would still come and feed the healthcare workers. Families would even make goodie bags for them, bringing snacks to show their support. Coming up, planning to travel this Easter, we're going to take a look at area gas prices, plus crack, sizzle, pop as Pittsburgh students show off their cooking skills for the judges. Pittsburgh High School culinary students take on others from Sparta High School in a cooking competition. The event was hosted at PHS today. Each school had a 3-person team and they made 3 dishes, an appetizer, an entree, and a dessert. The students were afforded varying time amounts to complete each dish. At the completion of the last dish, the winner would be decided by who had the average highest score.
I think it's a ton of fun just seeing what other people can come up with and seeing how they will use the same ingredients I have, because we're all going to make something totally different.
And sorry, Purple Dragon fans, Sparta would go on to win the competition. All looks good though. Hey, if you're headed to see family for the Easter holiday, here's a bit of good news. The average price per gallon of gas continues to drop. According to AAA, the average in the Joplin Metro is now $3.48. Crawford County, Kansas average is currently $3.63. Prices are about $3.57 in Ottawa County, and the Rogers, Springdale, Fayetteville area of northwest Arkansas is seeing average prices of $3.58. A little bit later, Crowder College baseball aims to extend their winning streak to 13 games.
And we're watching for scattered thunderstorms popping up this evening. I'll give you those details coming up. Well, overall, it's turned out to be a pretty good Friday for us today, of course, heading into the weekend. But we do have a threat for thunderstorms to get going, and we do have a severe threat, especially in our southern counties, for about the next 4 hours. But these storms are having a really hard time getting going at this point in time. So we'll keep our eyes on it, see how it goes. But we have severe thunderstorms, mainly off to our east. We have a warm front that's kind of draped right through Branson. So from Monette to Branson, we keep getting showers and thunderstorms, which are popping up. Pretty unstable over here. These are mainly hail and wind makers. So these will continue to kind of blow up and then push off toward the east. You can see little showers, few little random thunder showers trying to develop a little bit farther back toward the west. And then if we do go to the west, this is the area, kind of northeastern Oklahoma, that will have the chance for some bigger storms over the next few hours as a cold front slips into the area. So here's our front, and once this front passes by, we don't have any severe threat at all, even though we are going to get thunderstorms, a good chunk of us, later on tonight. So you have your cold front here and you have your warm front here, so we're warming up ahead of it, but we're just having a hard time getting any thunderstorms going along the front in southeastern Kansas back through northeastern Oklahoma. Something we want to watch as we go through the next few hours for sure. All right, most of the biggest storms, central eastern parts of Missouri. If we go west, you can see this little wave, northern parts of California. Unfortunately, that's going to give us showers on Easter Sunday, so we are going to have rain chances over the weekend. All right, let's go through time. Here's 8 p.m. Our front at this point in time, really from Pittsburgh to Parsons to Independence, seeing if we get anything kind of developing. Northeastern Oklahoma, again, we're having a hard time getting anything going. But after about 10 or 11 o'clock, the front sinks far enough south, we don't have a severe threat, but we are still going to get scattered thunderstorms after midnight and really kind of flaring up late tonight into tomorrow morning. You can actually see a pretty good complex of some heavy amounts of rain roll through 5, 6, 7 o'clock in the morning. So we are going to start the day a little bit on the wet side, but then things will start to improve. A lot of clouds out there. Looking at off toward the southeast, Orlando Chevrolet Tower Cam. This is on the southeast side of the city. And look at our temperatures. Quite a contrast. You got mid 60s here, then you got near 80 Chanute, Neodesha, Independence, kind of warming up right ahead of that front. So the winds are picking up just a little bit, southerly winds at about 10 to 15 to 20 miles per hour at times. 7th and range line, this is a nice shot. Looks pretty good. Warming up, 66, east-northeasterly winds. Humidity is at 60%. Through the evening hours, those thunderstorm chances eventually will drop back into the mid-40s a little bit later on tonight as this whole storm system kind of pushes through. So again, some late night storms into tomorrow morning. And then I think we look okay. Most of the day, partly sunny skies on Saturday. Temperatures not too bad. A little cool, but not bad. 56 by noon. High temp right around 62. Northerly winds at about 10 to 20. Now, tomorrow night, here come the clouds once again. You can see some spotty showers. We'll go into Sunday morning, and then just kind of widespread light rain pushes through the region. Nothing strong, nothing severe, just kind of widespread light rain working through on Easter Sunday. I know a lot of people like to get outside, do Easter egg hunts, so we are going to be dodging some showers. 62 tomorrow, 55 on Sunday. Monday looks pretty good, 63. Thunderstorm chances really increase in the middle and second half of next week as our temperatures warm through the 70s into the 80s.
And I know you'll keep us informed as necessary tonight and then in the coming weeks.
Absolutely.
Thanks, John. Hey, take a look at this. Wednesday morning, storms left quite a sight for residents in northwest Jasper County. Lightning struck this tree near Neck City, and as you see, it just peeled back the bark like a banana. A hickory tree about 100 feet tall, though the lightning stripped the tree from the ground to about 15 up and all the way around. You can find pieces of the bark about 50 feet away. They were not burned. I know it doesn't look quite real, but we checked with an expert, and yeah, this is a thing that sometimes happened. Wow. Still ahead, Missouri Southern Baseball aims to even their road series with Newman, and the Pittsburgh Purple Dragons play their home opener against SEK rival Fort Scott. Jacob Leonard joins us with those highlights and more coming up.
The Pittsburgh Purple Dragons are 3-3 to start the baseball season. Now, all 6 of those games have been road games for Pittsburgh. Now, tonight, the Purple Dragons get to play at home for the first time, and it's a rivalry game. The Purple Dragons welcome in the Fort Scott Tigers this afternoon in their home opener. Now, Cooper Hayden, great start on the mound for Pittsburgh. Gets a pair of strikeouts here in the first. Now, the Dragons get 3 in the second, all on bases loaded walks. Hayden back to work in the third. Cooper Hayden has a no-hitter going to the 5th. In that 5th inning, Eli Kellogg breaks up the no-hitter with a base hit to right. Hayden, though, 6 shutout innings, allowing just 3 hits. The Purple Dragons roll by Fort Scott in their home opener 7-0. The Pittsburgh State Gorillas are on the road this weekend for a big MIAA series against the first-place Central Missouri Mules. The Gorillas dropped Game 1 last night 7-1 in Warrensburg. Tonight, Pitt State aims to even up the series with UCM. Now, this one is over. The Gorillas fall 8-5. Garrett McGowan goes 3 for 4 on the day with a solo home run. Missouri Southern Baseball also in action tonight, trying to even their series with Newman after dropping the opener 16-9 last night. Lions win big today 12-2. Another big night for the Webb City kid, Tragan Parker. He goes 2 for 4 with a home run and 4 RBIs. The Crowder College Rough Riders have put together an 11-game winning streak. The Rough Riders are now 37-8 overall this season and ranked number 5 in the nation. Now, Crowder trying to stay hot today, hosting a doubleheader against the St. Charles Cougars. Here in Game 1, tied at 2, Josh Patrick gets a 2-run shot. Rough Riders take the lead. Then Peyton Holt hits a solo shot of his own to left. Crowder puts up 5 runs in the second inning. The next inning, Josh Livingston stays hot. He blasts his 2nd home run of the game. St. Charles sticks around all afternoon, but we're tied again. Chaz Poppy finds some grass and left. RBI double there, scores Livingston. Crowder hangs on to win Game 1, 9-6. Game 2, Crowder tries to keep that winning streak alive. This one a little more of a low-scoring game, but they win it again, 4-2. Rough Riders are now 39-8 this season and have won 13 straight games. The Pittsburgh State football team finishes up their spring schedule tonight with their annual spring game at Kearney Smith Stadium. Now, that game, like last year, features the Gorilla offense against the defense. Now, they're just getting started in Pittsburgh. We'll have highlights and hear from the team right here tonight at 10. Now, that's it for sports. We're back with more news after this.
Take time now to honor a local veteran. Petty Officer 3rd Class Lee McCaslin served in the U.S. Navy from 1944 to 46, including wartime service in the South Pacific. He earned 6 battle stars and was a member of the Naval Air Station Fire Department. His hometown, McCune, Kansas. And we salute you, Lee McCaslin, our 4-state hero. Here's a look at what's coming up on KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. How an Eagle Scout is helping cancer patients at Mercy Hospital Joplin. Plus, it's shaping up to be an expensive Easter and Passover weekend for those who celebrate, as war, shortages, and even a bird flu are making things pricier than ever for this year's holidays. And what Easter candies are popular in different parts of our country. That and more tonight, KOAM News at 9 on Fox 14. And in the meantime, Doug Hetty is tracking the possibility of some severe weather tonight.
Yeah, we're trying to get some thunderstorms going mainly in northeastern Oklahoma over the next few hours. If they can develop, they could be strong to severe. So we'll keep our eyes on that. And then chances for rain right back in. I know people don't want this, but on Easter Sunday, no storms, just showers.
Thanks for joining us. Be careful out there. We'll see you at 10. Let's make it a great evening.
Salon service is provided by